In 1998, Volkswagen introduced the fourth generation Golf. The saloon versions that had previously been called the Jetta were named the Bora just for this generation. It featured 4, 5 and 6-cylinder engines and continued in production until 2014 in Brazil. 1998 also saw the introduction of the new Beetle. While the design of this model was inspired by the original, this model was a front-engined, front-wheel drive car that shared its chassis with the Mark IV Golf. In 2011, a second-generation new Beetle was released. However, neither of the new Beetles ever caught on, unlike other retro-designed small cars such as the new Mini and Fiat 500. In 2018, VW announced it was ending Beetle production. In 2003, Volkswagen released its cut-price luxury car, the Phaeton. Unlike its costlier rivals such as the Mercedes S-Class and BMW 7 Series, the Phaeton opted for the cheaper front-wheel drive setup, with the top-spec models coming with four-wheel drive options. However, these cost-cutting measures and lack of Mercedes or BMW badge led to catastrophic resale values. Poor sales also led to the Phaeton being removed from the United States and Canada markets in 2006. Over in Europe, Phaetons were one of the heaviest depreciating models of the time, with 3-year-old examples worth less than 20% of their new list price. This meant that buyers were losing more money than people who bought much more expensive BMWs and Mercedes models of higher specifications. In 2008, Volkswagen releases the 6th generation Golf. It was essentially a facelift of the Mark V, retaining the older model chassis and engines, as well as certain interior parts. This was also the first Golf since the 2nd generation not to feature a 6-cylinder engine, opting for the lower emissions turbocharged 4-cylinder in the top-of-the-range Golf R. In 2012, Volkswagen launched the Up. It was part of the project shared with Seat and Skoda, whose versions were called the Me and Citigo respectively. The trio are a range of 3-cylinder, 1-litre city cars, similar in mechanical design to the Peugeot 108, Citroën C1 and Toyota Aygo. In 2015, Volkswagen was centre of the world's largest emission scandal, often referred to as Dieselgate, where 11 million cars worldwide were fitted with devices that would output lower emission levels, becoming activated when the car's bonnet was open, producing lower emissions during testing conditions, but then outputting up to 40 times more emissions during real-world driving. In total, Volkswagen lost over $30 billion in fines and compensation packages worldwide. Not only was this a poor time for Volkswagen's reputation of producing green cars, the following year, Volkswagen's reliability reputation begins to slide. Once considered one of the highest quality manufacturers with excellent reliability, in 2018, Volkswagen came 17th out of 31 car brands in a leading UK reliability survey, putting the brand in the bottom half. Worse still, this year in 2024, it was posted 22nd out of 31, putting it in the bottom third, behind other European brands such as Dacia, Citroën, Fiat and Peugeot. 2019 saw the launch of the 8th generation Golf, the Golf Mark 8. Its main rivals are the Toyota Corolla and Vauxhall Astra. It's the biggest Golf to date and features a range of 3 and 4-cylinder petrols, a 2-litre diesel and a plug-in hybrid option. 2019 also saw the launch of the VW ID3, Volkswagen's first purpose-built electric car. It's taller and more narrow than most hatchbacks, giving the model a mini multi-people vehicle stance. It replaces the Golf E. In 2021, Volkswagen released a rebranded ID3 through its Seat sub-brand called the Cooper Born. It featured new front bumpers, new lights and new detailing in comparison to the ID3. 2024 saw the launch of Volkswagen's ID7. It's the current halo model of Volkswagen's electric ID lineup. Prices start from just over £50,000. However, as with the Phaeton that came before it, depreciation is hitting it hard, and despite being a nearly new model, early models that are roughly 4 months old can be had from £38,000. 2024 also saw the launch of the Mark III Tiguan. The Tiguan is Volkswagen's biggest seller across the globe. The Mark III variant is essentially a facelift of the Mark II. It features newly designed front and rear lights, as well as more aerodynamic bumpers. Inside it also features a new digital dashboard. Volkswagen is currently developing the 9th generation Golf, the Golf Mark 9. It will drop the aging 2-litre TSI and TDI engines, as well as the even older 1.4-litre TSI, in favour of smaller, more efficient options, with a larger range of 1-litre 3-cylinders with or without hybrid assistance, as well as a new GTI with a 1.5-litre plug-in hybrid setup developing upwards of 250 horsepower. The Golf Mark 9 will hit the market in early 2026, following 8 years since the launch of the Golf Mark 8. Prior to this, Volkswagen will release the 7th generation Polo. The 6th generation was released back in 2017. The new version is meant to debut this autumn and feature electric power as well as 3-cylinder petrol and hybrid variants, following the setups found in the Vauxhall Corsa and Peugeot 208. The new Polo will be largely influenced by the ID.2.